All right, for today's job, I'm gonna go over how to replace the differential fluid on both the front and the rear differential. I have the all-wheel drive Z71 Colorado with a 3.6 liter. Should be the same for everyone. I've heard that maybe on some of the newer models, they don't have a drain plug on the bottom. If that's the case, you may have to take off the differential cover to replace it. I'm not sure. I can't verify that either way. Mine does have the drain plug on both the front and the rear. Really, all you need to get it done is a 3/8 inch ratchet and a torque wrench with a 3/8 inch. I use this Permatech thread sealant, and I use this Valvoline 7590 gear oil. I like this package. It actually made it really easy to be able to go in and just squirt it in without needing to use a pump or anything like that. It just goes right in and fills it right up. So that's what I do. If you need a pump or something, that's going to be on you. I do want to note though, for the gear oil, on the rear it's about 1.6 quarts of oil, and on the front it's about 1.3. So you should need 3 of these if you're doing both. Mine was a little bit more in the back and a little bit less in the front, it seemed like, when all was said and done. But really it's easy because you're just going to fill it until it doesn't hold anymore. And we'll go over that in detail once we get to the actual job. First we'll do the rear differential, which you can find. Just follow your rear axle right along, and there's the rear differential there. So the top nut is the one that you want to remove first. I'm just using my 3/8 inch ratchet and put it in, and then turn. As you turn it, you'll notice a little bit of the oil is gonna start to drip down into your pan. Okay, and once it's hand loosened, you got it enough, you can just take it out. There's a little oil in there, but nothing dripped out. I don't think this has ever been changed in mine. But next, we're gonna come down here and see the bottom one. Now, once you open that one, the oil should just come right out. Same thing though. Take my ratchet. That one was suspiciously loose. Just take my ratchet and open it from there. And there we go, just popped right out. Okay, so here's the bottom plug after I took it out. I didn't show the before, sorry about that. There's this magnet right at the bottom that catches all your metal shavings. If you have giant chunks on there, that's not a good sign. Mine looked fine. There's a lot of metal shavings. You can kind of see in the towel what it looks like. It almost looks like a paste, but it's metal shavings in the oil. So make sure you clean that up really well before you put it back in. Now this is the top one before I clean it. You can see some of this old oil on there. This top one does not have the magnet, so it does matter which side you put where, because you don't want these metal shavings free flying around in there. That's why you have that magnet. I cleaned it up, took something and made sure I got all the old sealant out of the threads. I put a glob of new sealant on. I just used this Permatech thread sealant with the PTFE. You don't need too much, and it doesn't need to be glued down there either. Once you screw it on, it's going to close up any gaps or anything. If you look online, there's about a bajillion ways that people say to do this. I find this is the best way, but just do whatever you think works best for you. I definitely don't recommend a thread lock though. A thread lock though is going to make this thing really impossible to get off. So no thread lock, but do use some sort of a sealant to help lubricate and seal it once this is back on. So this is fully drained. I cleaned it up as best as I could using a paper towel. I'm gonna give it another hit to dry it off before I put this piece back in. So I'll go ahead and put the bottom piece in, and we'll go from there. Okay, so I've hand tightened it as far down as I could. Now I'm using my torque wrench. I found a few different specifications for this thing. I've heard 24, 25. I'm going for 25. Just make sure if you have a Chevy manual or something like that, you consult the manual to make sure you have the correct torque. we go. All right, we got the bottom one on. We'll do the top one. I'm also gonna put a little bit of the thread sealant on the top one. As you can see, this is much more shallow. But before we do that, let's fill it with the oil. This is the gear oil I'm gonna use. 7590, be careful. It squishes out pretty easily after you cut the little cap off. But what's nice about it is you can just put that in there. Let's see if I can do this with one hand. Put that in there and you squeeze it. And as you do, it slowly fills it up. Now, it says about 1.6 quarts of this stuff. It says it takes. So I had to buy 2 of these packages, which is fine. But really what you want to do is you're going to fill it up to the point that it starts to drip right out of the bottom. So from what I'm understanding, it should take this entire pack and about a little more than half of the other one. So I'm just going to pour it in. As you can tell, I still have my drain pan down here because I don't want any of this to drip onto my garage floor. As suspected, it took all of the first one. So I'm starting in on the second one. Again, we're going to see it start to drip right out of the bottom of this. As soon as it does, we know it's full. There it goes. So it kind of used quite a bit of this second one too. That said, I did let this thing drain for about half a day and I got quite a bit coming out here now. So probably as suspected, about 1.6, maybe a little bit more. I used about this much where my thumb is there. Okay, so it's quit dripping out. Kind of wipe this down a little bit. Dried out the threads some here with my towel. And then put the plug back in. It's got the new thread sealant on it. Oh, there's another drip coming. Okay, drips have stopped mostly. There was still a little bit of one, but I cleaned it up. So I'm going to screw this on, and it's going to be the same torque specification as the other one. Give it one more dry. Turn that up a little bit. And this should be good to go. First things first, we're going to go under the truck and locate the front differential. It's important to have it level. I can fit underneath it. So here's your front differential right here. And you'll notice you got this top bolt and this bottom plug. So first, we're going to undo the top one. It's pretty simple. I'm just going to take our 3/8 inch ratchet. No socket or anything. Just put it on there and you loosen it. This is on there a little tight. And once it's loose, you should just be able to take it out with your hand. Put that back under. Now, there could be some fluid that comes out. Mine had a small leak, so that's why you're not going to see any come out. And the next one, we're going to take the plug from the bottom here and remove that, and that is when all the oil is going to start coming out. I'm probably just going to let the plug fall down into the bin and pull it out later because I don't want to get oil all over my hand. Stuff stinks. All right, so we'll let that drain. Here's the top one removed. Here's the bottom one. There's a lot of metal shavings in this bottom one. A lot more than when I took the rear off. A little concerning, but I guess it's not super surprising considering this thing's had a leak, so it's probably very short on oil. So I'm gonna get all this cleaned up, and we'll put it together and get the oil in. All right, so I got it all cleaned up, got all the metal shavings taken care of. Put some of this thread sealant with PTFE on it. Now we're gonna go ahead and put it on the differential. All right, so I got my paper towel and I actually cleaned all up in there. So I'm gonna go ahead and take this. Remember, the one with the back magnet goes on the bottom. And we'll simply screw it in. Here we go. Got it. Now, after this, we'll go ahead and torque it down. I got my torque wrench here. I've gotten mixed reviews of what the actual torque is. Kind of heard 24, 25. I'm going with 25. It's only 1 foot-pound more, and it's a little bit more on the conservative side. So I'll just tighten this to 25, and then we'll put the oil in for the top once it's tight. So I got my 7590 gear oil. I like it in this package. It makes it easy to put in. Just put the nozzle in there, and you're able to squeeze the whole bag, and it just squirts it in. Now, like any differential, it's about a quart, well, I guess it's about 1.5 quarts, but like any differential, you really just fill it up until it starts to weep out of the bottom of the hole. So this is one that I have. This is about 1/2 quart in this bag. Get 2 of them. I got this one from Walmart. But you just fill it in, like I said, until it's full. Let it weep out a little bit as it does, and then we'll put the top plug on. All right, and it's the same story here at the top one. Cleaned it all out. Kind of cleaned the face of it. It's quit weeping out of the hole for the most part. So put the thread sealant. Oops. Cleaned up my plug. I'll go ahead and put it on and torque it down to the same torque. I'm gonna do 25. So we got our torque wrench. We're gonna torque it down to 25. Go. And we're all good. Take it for a test drive, make sure there's no leaks, and that's all there is to it. Nice work. Feel free to like, subscribe if these videos helped you, and definitely leave any comments of what worked for you or what you think could have been done better. Thanks a lot.